Alexandros? Can you hear me?
Can you? Yeah, I can hear you now.
Wonderful, wonderful, Alexandros. How are you today?
How are you doing?
I'm good.
Nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you, Alexandros. How are you today?
I'm fine.
Wonderful, wonderful. And your day, how was your day so far?
It was a pretty hard day today. I can say that. Because here in Athens, it's very, very hot now. It's like today, it's like 37 degrees.
Oh my God, that's crazy weather.
Yeah. Excuse me, what?
That's a crazy weather.
Yeah, it is. We are kind of used to that weather, but it's very, very soon. We're still in May. I don't want to imagine what will happen in July.
Oh my God, that's gonna be even worse this year, I believe.
Yeah.
So, Alexandros, tomorrow you're releasing your fifth album, The Dawning of the Sun. So,
Yeah, that's true. Oh, I have it here with me if you want to see it.
Wow, that's amazing. Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. So, can you tell me?
Tell me.
Can you tell me about the songwriting and the production behind this new album?
Yeah. Okay. So we mostly do the recordings during the pandemic because there was nothing else to do, you know. Actually, Akis is the other guy is the composer.
Mm-hmm.
And we had some songs prepared before we finished our last album. So after the pandemic hit, we concentrated in doing this. So we started working on the songs, and we came up with the idea to make another concept album, and base it on the trilogy books of Pierce Brown. It's called the Red Rising Saga.
Sounds great. Sounds great. And any plans for tomorrow on the day of the release?
Okay, it's the release, of course, but we are also made a little lyric video by ourselves to share another sample of the songs of the album with our friends. We already released one lyric video.
Yep.
So yeah, we're trying to communicate with the fans and all our friends, and we are looking forward to play our first live show after the pandemic.
Amazing. So tomorrow will be the first live show.
No. Tomorrow is not the first live show. My guess is that we will start the shows on maybe September, because now we are in the middle of the one guitar player left the band for personal reasons. He tries to find a work in another country. So now we have 2 new members. So maybe we're not yet prepared to play this summer.
Gotcha. Gotcha. And so with this current lineup, do you plan to go on a festival or a big show somewhere in Europe later this year?
We would like to that. We would like to do that. Yes. We are hoping. I think that by now it's too late for this summer. But we're going to try our best to start going on tours or play shows from this autumn.
Sounds good.
After the temperature goes down,
you know? Absolutely. Yeah. Sounds good. And apart from this lyric video and visualizer, do you plan to make any official videos for this album?
Yeah, we already recorded an official video, but it's going to be released, I think, somewhere in the middle of June. I hope. But we already filmed it. It's now it's on the way of processing, you know.
Yeah, that sounds good, Alexandros. And the history of the band goes way back to 2010. It's almost 12 years in the making of music. So how has the road been for you guys so far?
Yeah, it's very, you know, me and Akis, we are playing together since high school. So the band, as there's near the end, started releasing albums in 2011, but we are playing together since 1998. So we are glad that we made it until this far, you know, and we can't believe that this is our fifth album. Every time we say, okay, maybe we won't make it to make a sixth album or seventh, but okay, as long as we have things to give, and the fact is that we enjoy playing music and to create songs. So we're
Amazing.
going to, I think we're going to go on and doing that, and whatever happens, happens.
Wonderful. Sounds good. And would you like to share some of the big moments that has happened over the years?
The big moments. I guess we enjoy to play every live show, but there were some shows that when we were there, when we made the sound check for the specific shows, we didn't actually believe that this was going on, because we were playing with bands that we knew since our our childhood, our not childhood, in the high school days. We played with Primordial, we played now I don't have them in my mind, you know. We played a lot of shows in Athens mostly, but we made two tours in Russia. We went outside of Greece, and I think that if you could say that one of the big moments was our first time going outside our country to play.
Amazing.
This
Amazing.
would be definitely one of the greatest moments, yes.
Sounds amazing. And how has the support been for you from Greece and from the outside of Greece?
It's been very good. You know, it was unexpectedly good. For the last album, it was pretty good, but we were unlucky because when the album was released, 3 months later, the pandemic happened, and it was very. We didn't have the opportunity to do as much we would like for this album. You know.
Yeah,
Hopefully, we can do this for this new one.
amazing. And will this year's tour will be a mix of this album and the last album?
I think, yeah.
That sounds good. Sounds good. And do you feel all your childhood dreams has been accomplished with the band, or do you still have more dreams to accomplish?
No, I have still more dreams unaccomplished, but I sometimes, you know, when you think about it, that we are in the process of making a new song, and we are talking about it and how it will be this or that. I take a moment to contemplate, you know, and I say, oh, this is a dream come true, because when I was a kid, I really wanted to be involved with music. So I'm already doing that. So you could say this is a dream come true. But when you accomplish something, you want to accomplish more after that.
It is so true. So
Yeah.
true. And you're a band with power metal with a blend of thrash metal. So in the future, do you have the same kind of genre, or are you gonna be experimentation, doing a lot of experimentation in the coming days?
You know, we're not really think about it. You know, the songs come out naturally, because the genre is that what we used to listen when we were in high school, or you know, we were listening to power metal or thrash metal, and then with this speed thrash of the 90s. And I think it's when we what we have in our mind as metal music is this. And for us, you know, there's not really a genre, because we are fans of every style. We listen from Stradivarius and Halloween to Death or Nile or and Al Nafrak, you know, very extreme things. So for us, metal music is one, you know, and in our songs, we have things from all around. You could identify thrash metal things inside, death metal styles inside. So we like to combine, you know, all the styles.
Sounds good. Sounds good, Alexandros. And I know you're releasing the album tomorrow, but the next album is it going to be a concert-based album or is it going to be a general one? Do you want to take a break from the concept albums?
You know, every time someone asks me about that, I'll say, I don't know, maybe it won't be a concept album, but we really like the concept albums because it gives you focus, you know, to focus on a story and it kind of when you're making this album, there's this specific thing that you're passionate with at the specific moment. So me and Nike started reading this book, and we were really overwhelmed. We really liked the books, and we were like, why don't we do that? And we said, yeah, why don't we? So now that I can hear the album, I can listen to the songs, I can remember all this time, you know, in the making. And I think it gives you focus. So maybe it's going to be a concept album again, in some way.
It sounds good.
Maybe not so specific, but in some way, all is connected, you know.
Sounds good. And talking about the album again, what are some of the things that you are preparing for the fans? Do you have a LP, a digital recording, a CD, some kind of merchandise? So what are the plans for this album?
It comes in all forms. Unfortunately, we didn't made a vinyl yet, but we have the CDs, and it's going to be also in digital form. Tomorrow we'll make the announcements, and our company also. And we're looking forward for the reviews and the impact we'll have in the metal community, you know.
Sounds good. Sounds good. And Alexandros, finally, what would be the message that you want to give to the fans around the world?
The message. I know it's been very hard 2 years that passed with no shows. But you know, after this pandemic passed, something else going on, and it's even worse and even worse and even worse. I would like to say to everyone that don't get disappointed. Turn to the things that you love, listen to music, and metal music can make you feel too many emotions, so you can use them.
Amazing, amazing. And Alexandros, it's a real pleasure to meet you today and have this wonderful interview with you.
Awesome.
A great honor.
Me.
And thank you so much for the amazing album that you're putting out tomorrow. A great album.
Thank you so much for this interview.
My pleasure.
Thank you so much. Hopefully, we'll have an interview again in our 6th album.
Absolutely. I'm open anytime. Thank you, Alexandros, and you have a great evening out there.
Thank you so much.
Take care.
Nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you too.
Bye.